of Starring when he looks up for the ball.
Starring back on a great punt again to the 5. And he's not going anywhere as the Colts special teams are down with excellent coverage. Minute 44 left here in the first half. The Patriots hang on to a 10-3 lead.
Dodge salutes those who strive for victory with this edition of The Winners.
He's a complete football player. He can do it all. He's the best linebacker in the National Football League, and I don't think there's any question about it.
In Chicago, the glue that holds the Bears' defense together is linebacker Mike Singletary. In 1985, he saved his best for the playoffs as the Bears topped 2 straight shutouts with a Super Bowl win. Mike Singletary makes the Chicago Bears winners.
In the beginning of recorded history, man had an idea called a caravan. Slow and plodding, right for its time. Some years later, man had a better idea. Dodge Caravan. Efficient, versatile, and perfect for its time. With front-wheel drive and a 550 protection plan, which is why Dodge Caravan has no equal in the civilized world. Dodge, setting new standards of performance.
Reggie, we were just talking a minute ago about Stephen Starring. He ran this punt return back 80 yards. He caught another reception for 47 yards. He's had a physical workout here this afternoon. It looked like he was a little tired on that particular punt.
The trouble with playing one of your starting players on kick returns and coverage teams is that he does get tired, and he appeared to be that way on that punt return. 1 minute and 44 seconds left in the first half. Now is when pro football teams go into what they call their 2-minute drill. They'll go with 2 or 3 plays called out of the huddle. They'll try to conserve time, throw the balls out to the sidelines, and try to put something on the board before the half ends.
And this is one of those times when the instant replay official could have an effect on the game and the momentum of the game. If they decide that there's a play worth discussing and replaying, they can stop play on the field, and that would, in effect, slow down the 2-minute drill and the momentum of the offensive team, which a lot of people object to.
And what the offense would then have to do is either call timeout or pretend to be arguing a call.
Colts are down by a touchdown with 1 minute 44 left here in the first half. Tony Collins and rookie Tommy Sims in the secondary. I'll tell you this, Kenny Daniel is now in for Nesby Glasgow in the free safety spot for the Indianapolis Colts. 2nd and 4. Great pursuit from Donnell Thompson from behind.
And even with Kenny Daniel in the secondary now, that was good coverage by those young defensive backs, because that's what we call a coverage sack.
Continue our look at the scoreboard for the 4 o'clock games this afternoon with Seattle on top of Pittsburgh in the second quarter as well. We have 1 minute 12 left. The Patriots have taken a timeout. So with that timeout, we'll be right back.
America, this is the big one from General Motors. The big one with 2.9 annual percentage rate GMAC financing. That's 2.9 on all new 1986 GM cars and most light-duty trucks. Like the finance contract is limited, or choose rebates up to $1,500 depending on make or model. We're out to move over 1 million vehicles. Act now. The big one from General Motors ends October 8th. This is the one you've been waiting for.
Hey, Pete, going to town with us? Nah, go ahead. Looks like you had a little trouble. Ah, we can take care of it.
A day off is something real special, but so's a good neighbor.
Going into town with us, Pete?
Bush. Head for the beer brewed natural as a mountain stream, for a taste as smooth as its name. Bush.
Head for Bush beer.
Head for the mountains. To know no boundaries, to let yourself run free. To know no boundaries is what the world should be.
Wherever there are investment opportunities, Merrill Lynch is there with the help you need to make the most of them. Because at Merrill Lynch, we believe your world should know no boundaries.
To know no boundaries.
Giving your best effort every time is the mark of a true champion. Don't let anything stop you from becoming the best that you can be. Say no to drugs and yes to a whole lot more.
That last time out, Reggie, should be charged to the Colts. They wanted to stop the clock so they can get their hands on the football with a 3rd and 6. They have 2 left. The Patriots have 3. Minute 12 left here in the first half. Moshi to Tupu, and he'll be shy of the first down, so the strategy for the Colts is going to pay off. They'll get their hands on the football.
I think this is a little tighter fit than the Patriots wanted. 10-3, the Colts are hanging tough. Their linebackers are playing the Patriot running game really tough inside. There hasn't been a lot of vertical passing, I mean deep passing down the field. Easton's been 10 out of 14 in the first half.
Well, the Colts take another timeout, so they will have 1 timeout left. 1:06 left in the first half. Patriots with a 10-3 lead. So the Colts defense holds, their offense gets another shot.
No words could repair this running back's shattered knee.
Please don't give me your words of wisdom or your advice about what I should do, what I shouldn't do.
The Achievers, those who face adversity and refuse to fail. Brought to you by the U.S. Army. When Kurt Warner's knee exploded, many thought he was through. But months of agonizing therapy has Kurt Warner back in all-pro form.
It's not going to be easy. There are going to be days when you're not going to feel like doing it. There are going to be days when you don't want to do it. I decided to work. I think that's the most important thing.
Hey, that was a great answer. Where'd you learn about computers?
In the Army.
You were in the Army?
Yeah.
And now they're helping pay your way through college.
How come you know so much?
How do you think I got here?
Qualify for the GI Bill and the Army College Fund and earn $17,000 for college for only a 2-year enlistment or $25,200 for a 4-year enlistment.
What you doing in the Army?
Airborne.
You were airborne?
Find your future in the Army.
You used to jump out of airplanes?
Camarillo's punt taken by Billy Brooks of the Colts, and it's across midfield, so Indianapolis comes up with excellent field position on Camarillo's 32-yard punt.
And Rod Dowhauer has his 4 wide receiver offense in. This is an offense that he'll use in obvious passing situations and also in the last 2 minutes of the half. So you'll see 4 wide receivers now.
Patriots counter with number 60, Garrett Barris, for a pass rush, but they're going to go right out of the shotgun with 56 seconds left in the half. Colts trail 10-3. Little square out. The receiver is Boza, and he is finally down by Roland James.
Matt Boza has to understand, get up, don't lie there, get out of bounds. He was only 2 feet from the boundary. He could have saved the timeout.
Hurry up offense, 37 seconds. Colts have 1 timeout remaining. Hogaboom, he knows he's in trouble, and he is sacked. Tippett and Toby Williams, and the Colts will elect to use their final timeout. When their offense gets back up to the ball, they will have 31 seconds left.
Well, the Patriots come at you like bandits chasing a stagecoach. I mean, they're all over the place. They hit. You can hear the hitting up here, Bob. The outside linebackers are simply awesome as they collapse the passing pocket. And you know what? Even if you don't sack the quarterback, Hogaboom can feel that pressure. He can literally feel the heat of those oncoming linemen.
Some people thought that Hogaboom would take maybe a year to get used to Rod Dowhauer's complicated offensive system, and Dowhauer says, I don't care if he gets comfortable or not. That doesn't mean he can't perform within it, and it may take a year before he gets comfortable, but he's still able to perform, and he's done very well here in the first half.
You're right. Fortunately, one of the transition phases that Hogaboom is accustomed to is playing out of the shotgun. For some quarterbacks who have never played out of the shotgun, it's a new experience. Hogaboom trained in the shotgun for all of his career at Dallas, and that is helping him, although nothing is going to help if they don't block that outside rush tandem of the New England Patriots.
They have a 3rd and 3 at the 40 with 31 seconds left. As they were crossing on the far sideline, Wayne Capers was the man who appeared to break open, but the pass was thrown between the 2 potential receivers, Billy Brooks being the other one, as our 10-minute ticker continues here this afternoon.
Many experts think Denver is the team to beat this year in the AFC.
So the Colts with no timeouts, but the stoppage of the clock on the incompleted forward pass. Now have a 4th down, and they're going to try a field goal.
This is within Biasucci's range. This is why he beat out Raul Alegre.
It would be a 57-yard field goal, no appreciable win. Start the hole. And it comes up short. So the Patriots will have a crack with 22 seconds left to play here in the first half. The Patriots have the lead 10-3.
There's that same group of kids again.
Folks, what you want?
As a corporal in the Marion County Sheriff's Department, I see the danger of drugs firsthand. What's your name? And I have seen young people become victims of drug and alcohol abuse.
Why don't you all go home? When I take off this uniform, most people know me as number 83, Tim Sherwin, tight end for the Indianapolis Colts.
We talked about a number of things today. As a United Way volunteer, I have talked to some 40,000 young students, giving them the courage to say no to drugs and alcohol.
We found out that it can happen to you, and it will happen to you. I have one friend who's paralyzed from the neck down because of a bad trip of acid a friend gave him, and that touched my life.
There's not one of these kids that isn't important to the United Way.
And that's why we're all part of the United Way family of agencies. And that's why we're able to say, thanks to you, it works for all of us, the United Way. Yeah!
This message furnished by the National Football League.
New England tries a pass to Stephen Starling about 10 yards downfield. It falls incomplete. They have 18 seconds left with a 2nd and 10. And Easton's going right back up top with a pass to the near sideline to Stanley Morgan. 10 seconds left. The Patriots with 3 timeouts remaining. That a 23-yard pickup and a 1st down. And the Patriots are close to Tony Franklin's range. And they have 2 timeouts left with 10 seconds on the halftime clock.
And when you talk Tony Franklin's range, you're talking one of the better ranges in the league. Franklin is on record already at 59 yards as a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. So let's see, as the ball sits now, you're talking 7 yards from 37, 44, 54-yarder. So that is well within his range based on his previous accomplishments.
For the 2 tickets to the next home game here at Sullivan Stadium. Just before the halftime show.
Excellent percentage from 58 or 50 yards and over. The Patriots still out on top, 10-3. But the Colts have come up with some outstanding defensive plays when they've had to have them, and have stayed in this football game.
Well, we knew coming in that one of the strengths of the Colts football team was the linebacking outfit, and the linebackers have played very commendable football against the run. They've been back in the lanes against the pass. And I truly think that the Indianapolis Colts are going to have one of the outstanding defenses in the National Football League soon, but they've got to get some people to play together in that secondary, and I think then they'll have the perfect complement.
Kenny Daniel, number 23, at the top of your screen, in for the injured Nesby Glasgow in what was already a thin and inexperienced secondary. 10 seconds left. They go to near sideline to Stanley Morgan again, and a fight nearly breaks out. It's an incompleted pass, and 6 seconds show on the clock. Eugene Daniel and Stanley Morgan, they've been battling it out here all afternoon.
That's right. There's a running battle going on between number 38, Eugene Daniel, and number 86, the 10-year veteran from Tennessee, Stanley Morgan. And that takes place between receivers and cornerbacks.
6 seconds on the clock. Stanley Morgan had 3 touchdown catches against the Colts last year, had 7 receptions for 120 yards. It was his best game of the season last season against the Colts. So he's had a pretty good field day. One of those touchdown catches, of course, was the one that we showed earlier, graphically showing the instant replay. If it had been in effect, that the pass wouldn't have counted.
He's had some big days against the Colts. I think in 1976, he ran back a punt 80 yards against the Colts, which is the longest punt ever returned against the Colts until today, when Starling returned one 83 yards, but it was called back.
Opening day in the National Football League, and there are plenty of highlights and plenty of excitement around the country today. We'll be going at halftime to NFL 86. 6, and Bob Costas with a look at all of those highlights to update you on exactly what took place, including the unbelievable Los Angeles Raider music video. There's only one way to describe it.
Let's set the stage here for a moment, Bob. There are 6 seconds left. The ball is at the 37-yard line. The only thing that you can do now is throw the ball into the end zone because the Patriots don't have any more timeouts.
Tony Franklin waiting for his turn. Over the middle of Morgan, and he is dropped. Time has expired. The first half has ended. They decided to go with the pass instead of giving Tony Franklin his opportunity. What do you think about that, Mr. Rucker?
Don't agree with that. Franklin has kicked field goals 59 yards, 52 yards. He's 100% last year, over 50. I would have tried the field goal.
Well, when you come back and you have a chance to look at that play again, maybe you figure you wanted to go for it all, but they decided that that was what they wanted to do, and Tony Franklin will have to have another chance. NFL 86 halftime activities will continue in a moment.
Ricardo and Bully were getting on each other's nerves.
Mr. Big Shot won't listen to anybody.
He knows who the unknown soldier is. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, tell her. But now that they moved to Beverly Hills, things will be looking up.
We're having fun now.
Easy Street follows the Golden Girls.
Yesterday we argued over soda crackers. Today we got a state problem.
Premiering September 13th.
It makes good sense to rent a Caterpillar D3 from Jordan Milton. You'll be operating the best machine in its size class with Northern New England's largest tractor dealer behind you for the finest parts and service backup. Monthly rental makes it simple. All we require is a first month's rent when you take delivery. When you decide to buy your D3, we'll apply the rental payments to the purchase price. We're Jordan Milton Machinery. Come and see us in Bangor, Scarborough, Hopkinton, or Montpelier.
Here at Yankee Ford, there's more money down. Fantastical!
Wait a minute. We don't need high pressure here at Yankee Ford. We pay the same price for our new Fords as any other car dealer. And with our large selection of new cars and trucks, it's easy to pick one out and take delivery the same day. And we give the highest trade-in allowances anywhere. Most important, we won't forget you after the sale in our service department. If your car or truck doesn't have our sticker, you probably pay too much.
WCSH-TV, Channel 6, Portland.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Pat Callahan, and this is News Center Update. The Soviet Union has formally charged American Nicholas Danilov with espionage, and the White House says that could have serious implications for you.
Jolly John's Lincoln Mercury, 1-800-HI-JOLLY.
After a car accident, the pain might go away in a couple of weeks, even if you don't do anything, but the damage to your spine would get worse. Your chiropractor will take the time to explain the progressive nature of spinal degeneration if a case like yours were to go untreated. Then, with your consent, your doctor will provide the quality chiropractic care you choose. Isn't that what a real doctor-patient relationship should be?
For a drugless, non-surgical healthcare alternative, consult your local chiropractor.
Back with more NFL 86 after this.
Welcome to the auto show.
We need an inexpensive,
dependable
first car. See the Yugo. I need a tough little car. See the Yugo. We need a safe,
economical
second car. Oh, see the Yugo.
For most of the reasons you need a car, the Yugo is all the car you need.
Wow, $39.90.
Maybe you don't want to spend more than $39.90 for a new car, but until now you've had to. Everybody needs a Yugo sometime. Yugo, $39.90.